That's me definitely going home today. So a 1-day procedure has turned into basically 10 days, and then I've got to come back on Monday to see if they can remove these drains or not. So between now and Monday, I'll have to empty these drains myself, keep a record. Hi everyone. It's been 3 weeks since I last made a video, and I'm looking at this. It looks like there's a time drag. Hopefully it won't show up on the video. But as I say, it's been 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks since I made my last video. Some of you will know I've had quite a lot of emails asking how I am, etc. A lot of you will know I went into hospital on Monday the 20th of October for what was supposed to be an in and out operation the same day. But it turned out I ended up staying in hospital for 10 days. Well, I was discharged on the 10th day due to various different things. So I'll let you see the video of where I lived for basically 10 days at the Queen Elizabeth. I cannot fault them. Absolutely fantastic. So I'll let you see where I lived for those 10 days. So today is Wednesday, 29th of October at 8:23. And I've just been told I can go home today. So before I start to pack up, I still have my drains, which will stay in. But I was just going to give you a quick look at what's been my humble abode for the last 10 days. That's me in the mirror, just in case you weren't sure. Hiya. My little ensuite shower. And then me boudoir, as they say. Obviously, sweets and biscuits. That's me view. But that's me definitely going home today. So a 1-day procedure has turned into basically 10 days, and then I've got to come back on Monday to see if they can remove these drains or not. So between now and Monday, I'll have to empty these drains myself, keep a record of it, and see what they say when I come back. So I'm going to pack me clothes, me sweets, etc. I'll phone my brother, tell him I can come home today, and he can go to my house, get my car and come pick me up. Reason I don't want him to pick me up in he's got the Mercedes soft top. It's like a sporty thing, and the seats are too, we'll say, bucketified for my stomach the way it is at the moment. So I'd prefer him to pick me up in my car. So he'll do that, and once I've got me drugs off the pharmacy, which will be Oromorph, Tramadol, codeine, and whatever the
the name of the antibiotic is. I'll then give my brother a ring and say, look, I've got the prescription. He can come, he can pull up right at the doors, and I can just walk straight into the car, and that's me done. So, thank you, Ward. What ward are we? Ward 27. On the second floor. At the, I think it's called the Stephen Smith Surgery Centre. Whichever way. It's Ward 27. The staff, nurses, auxiliaries, cleaners, they've all been really, really fantastic. Lovely, lovely people. So, I suppose now it's just a case of getting on the road to recovery. Unless they decide when I come back on Monday, the drain can't come out and they need to do an ERCP, in which case they'll fit a stent to close the drain slightly. So I could be going through another procedure, but at the moment, the way things are looking, everything's going okay now. I had problems with me SATs for the first 3.5, 4 days. My SATs were down at 91, 92, and they're back up to 96 now. They came up on Friday. As they came up, so did my heart rate through the roof. And that started to come down on Sunday. But I started to get pains in my chest. Now, everything when I take deep breaths is still very, very sore. But I've had a chest x-ray, a lung x-ray that came back fine. I've had an MRI on my chest and an MRI on my lung. They've came back fine. So, as I say, everything's starting to look hunky-dory. So, catch us all shortly. Cheers. Right, so now you've seen where I was for those 10 days. You've heard about what happened with my SATs going, brain move. My SATs going right down. Then when they got them to where they wanted them at 96, my blood pressure went right up through the roof. They got that under control. So, I was discharged on the 29th. Is it the 29th? I have to write things down sometimes. Yeah. Wednesday the 29th. So, the Wednesday, 2 days later, I went back up to SDEC, which is same day emergency care. One of the plastic veins in my drain had cracked, so the drain bag itself was leaking. So I went up and they changed both the drains for me. Not the actual drain itself coming out of it, which is like a rubber tube, and then you've got the hard plastic that pushes onto the rubber. You then have a bag pushes onto that. So it's a plastic bit and the bag that changed on both. But then I was back up the following Monday, which was it the 3rd? Yeah, the 3rd. So I was there on the Friday, got the bags changed, I was there on the Monday again. And they checked the drains. I can't remember what the first drain was called. Bear with us, I've got it wrote down on a bit of paper somewhere. Well, I thought I had. All I've got wrote down is, sorry, I have. A subphrenic drain that basically took away any excess blood that was floating about inside of us. Drain 2 was the fossa. So as I say, I went in on the 3rd, and there hadn't been a lot of discharge from this sulfuric or whatever you call it.
So they said, we'll take this drain out. Oh, great. So I'm lying on this bed, and the nurse said to us, can you take a deep breath in? So I took the breath in. Can you breathe out? I breathed out. So I can take another deep breath in. And as I took a deep breath, I got this pain, and I kid you not, I've had pains over the years. I've felt nothing like this. It came from the pit of my stomach, and I swore. I couldn't stop myself, and it came out just like, you effing mother effer. Now, this pain probably lasted maybe a second or two. To me, oh, it felt like it was lasting forever. But within a couple of seconds, I'd say to the nurse, I says, I apologise for that outburst. I says, I've never felt pain like that before. She went, oh, I've heard a lot worse. And the pain subsided after a few seconds. But they were concerned with the fossa drain, which was all the excess bile. They wanted it basically where it would be at a regular 100 mils or less per 24 hours. So I was averaging, I've actually got to write down on another piece of paper because I had to keep it short. Let's have a look. I was averaging from the 30th of the 10th 175 mils, the 31st of the 10th 150 mils. On the Friday I was up on to change the bag. There was only 25 mils left in the bag then. Saturday the 1st of November 150 mils. Sunday the 2nd it was up to 325 mils. And then later on the Sunday the 2nd, I emptied another 200 mils. So that was 525 mils in that one 24-hour period. But on Monday the 3rd, it was 75 mils. And then that was at 8:35 AM. Then at 21:40, 20 to 10 at night, I emptied another 150 mils. Tuesday, I emptied 160 mils. Now this is where the good bit comes in. On Thursday, the 6th, I emptied nothing. There was barely anything in. Friday the 7th, 20 mil at the very most. Saturday the 8th, 15 mil. Sunday the 9th, 15 mil. Monday the 10th, nothing. So when I went, the drain bag itself was basically empty. So they said they would go ahead and take the drain out. Well, straight away I thought, oh, here we got this pain. My brother was in the room with us and he went to the consultant. He's worried it's going to hurt again. The consultant says, I've never heard anyone come back and say the second drain wasn't as painful, if not more painful, than the first. Well, I start flapping. So the nurse came and to cut the stitch away what held the drain, and it was like, breathe in, yep, breathe out, and then I knew it was coming. She went, breathe in, breathe out. I thought, she's never broke the vacuum, because apparently the tube has got perforations around it, and they pull it through till the perforations are just on the inside, and it causes like a suction, and then they put a little stitch on the outside holding the tube there. So when they cut that, there's only the vacuum holding it, and apparently that's what gives you this almighty pain. So I thought she's pulled it, but she hasn't broke the vacuum seal. I says, are you ready for us to breathe in again? She went, it's out. I hadn't felt a single thing, not a single thing. So I was over the moon with that. And then we got talking, and my brother said to her, do you mind if I ask you your name? He says, because my brother, me, thinks he knows you. She went, yeah, my name's Natalie. And I looked around and I went, Natalie, and I said a surname. And she went, yes. And I said, your dad's Peter? She went, yes. She says, I recognised you when you came in on the previous Friday. She says, I went to school with your daughter. I went, that's right, Cheryl. She says, went to St. Joseph's together. So we had a chat for about 10 minutes. I'll get a letter to go back to clinic to see me consultant, Mr. Tarabagel, just for him to check everything over. So as you can see, or hopefully you can see, I've got 2 dressings on. I've got to keep these on a few more days without getting them wet, and then I'll be able to get rid of all this gum and give them a wash. Now, there's one you probably cannot see, is an incision in the belly button, and then I've got another one up here which is healing well, but I've got no drains. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm on the mend. I still can't drive. I've got at least another week to 2 weeks without driving. I've got a little twins there, sorry. I can't lift anything over 2 kilos for at least another month. For 6 to 8 weeks, I've basically got no bending, twisting, or anything like that. But that's basically it. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm on the mend. I did come home. Now my shed in the back garden is a step up. It's about 18 inches high. So I struggled to get in. Obviously with the drains and that. So I had a quick look in. As I thought, when I went in the hospital, my onions for the Giant Onion Growing Challenge were on the heat mats. Well, obviously everything died because I'm stuck in hospital for 10 days. The heat mats are on 10 days. They're not getting watered. So everything died. So I've got to resow all of my onions. I'll have to resow the onions I sowed for Eric and Rachel, and also the onions I sowed for Jamie. I'll resow them, get them set away, and the ones for Pete. I watched Pete's video in which he said some of the seeds I had sent him, the duathlon seeds, didn't germinate. So Pete, I'll get you some more sent away to you, mate. I've still got a fair few. So I will get them sent to Pete. And then I'll start sowing some seeds. It'll either be this weekend or next week. Getting to the allotment now isn't a problem. My brother said, just give him a ring. He'll pick us up, he'll take us down, drop us off, and then when I want to come home, just give him a ring. The only thing he's asked us to do is make sure I don't overdo things. Because I still find it hard to breathe after I've been out, say, walking. Or maybe doing a little bit of shopping. I get out of breath a little bit easy. I'm still on Odomorph and Tramadol at the moment for the pains. I'm not taking codeine. I was told by the pharmacist, don't take codeine and Odomorph at the same time. So it's just Tramadol and Odomorph. I've cut my Odomorph down. I was supposed to be taking 5 mils every 6 hours. And in the meantime, I could take 2.5 mil. You know, so I've cut myself right down. I'm taking the Odomorph twice a day. 5 mils twice a day. And that's just to keep the edge off the pains. But just because of the emails I had been receiving, people asking about me, etc, 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 I just wanted to make this video to let everyone know I'm absolutely fine. A little road to recovery, but I'm absolutely fine. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. I've read comments in different videos of different channels where I've been mentioned, and people are giving me best wishes, etc. Thank you so much. It really, really is good of you, and it's much appreciated. So I'll end this video here. You've seen what my hospital room was like. You've seen I no longer have any drains in at all. So it's just a case of these all healing up and me basically getting back to 100%, and that'll be it. So I'll make a video probably the weekend or next week re-sowing the ALCS seeds for the challenge, and for Jamie and for Eric and Rachel. So for anyone that's took the time to watch this video, thank you so much. I appreciated all the kind words. Hope you have a fantastic week. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Catch us all on the next one. Bye for now. Bye bye.